enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger loves me like.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here in the building. It's time to talk some Nelly and Ashanti. We belong together, rather. Season 1, Episode 3, This Little Game We Play. Man, a lot happened. Let's get to it. Higher is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is a me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all you here in the building. Let's get to the get it and doing what we do. So we pick up in New York, right? And there's a dinner going on with Ashanti and Michelle. Now, Michelle is Ashanti's publicist. Basically, the publicist, for those of you who don't know, when you see press releases, social media, this, that, and the third, that person's in charge of publicizing people. Okay, that's basically all that is. So Ashanti is singing at the World Series. Now, the Yankees are a part of the World Series. So, of course, Ashanti is a New Yorker. Not a New Yorker, a New Yorker. So she's got to have to fit on everything. And, Nellie is going to cheer on the Dodgers. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Dodgers was the first team to integrate Black people into the world of baseball, right? And also, too, Nelly is cheering for the Dodgers because of his granddad. So, but Ashanti is not here for that. She's like, you're going to support the Yankees, and it's just like, listen. I mean, he's being supportive. Like, it is what it is, So this is the second performance for Ashanti since she's had KK, and she's saying that she can't have any greens because she want to bop tonight, which basically yeah. And so, after the game, they're gonna get on a bus from New York to Atlanta. Okay. And Ashanti says it was weird not being around the kids after the breakup. Because, think about it. They were on and off for like 11 years. So imagine, this person in and out your life for 11 years, right? And they finally come back around. So it's a Halloween party, then the 50th birthday for Nelly, right? So, yeah, it's pretty great. So Halloween party, his birthday, then Ashanti's birthday, right? So the guest list needs to be completed and returned, or the guest list needs to be completed and the invitations need to be sent. How I'm trying to put it. The guest list needs to be made no later by Thursday, because then they got to send out the invitations and everything. And then for Ashanti, it's let's get it. When it comes to, her and Nelly seeing each other, because they don't get to see each other all the time because they're on the road. They're both superstars, right? And Ashanti said, how you think KK got here? I'm like, oh my God. I bet you they had a wonderful time making KK. Nothing wrong with some black love to me. Nothing wrong with. And Ashanti says that Nelly is packing. Ashanti a little freak. I ain't mad at it though. I mean, listen. She is the princess of R&B for a reason, okay? She can sing, all right? So then we're in Long Island, New York with Bryce on the phone. I think Bryce was in the middle of a shower. I think so, yeah. Then Jasmine, Ashanti's nail tech, is filing her nails and getting, ready for the World Series. So then, Bryce is asking, do you know all the words? And Ashanti's pipes are piping. She can sing, okay? I mean, just did off the rip. So then Nelly comes through, and, Ashanti's like, yeah, I'll get you tickets, because Nelly was like, can you get me in there? Because I don't know if I'm going to be allowed in there, with the Dodger stuff. And she said, yeah, but the tickets are for the people, that come through the Yankee stuff. And, like I said before, the Dodgers are his second team, but he's a St. Louis Cardinals fan because from St. Louis, right? And like I already told you, that was his grandfather's team, the first team to integrate with Jackie Robinson, right? So it makes sense to me, right? And I said this in my description box that, let's just say if my wife was cheering for and I'm showing up. Just is what it is. So I felt Nelly on that. I really, really did, right? So then before the performance, Ashanti is praying that the performance is good and that the mic sound good and let not rain and everything in between. Tina said that this hits different because this is Ashanti's hometown and she is singing the national anthem as her team is in the World Series, which, I mean, come on. Not everybody gets a chance to do that, right? So Nelly is so proud because it's the first time that he's seen Ashanti after having KK, and he's a proud husband. You know what I mean? I will say this: it is a blessing to date somebody who's different than you, to see them in their gift that's different from yours, but most of all, just to be around their energy. That challenges you to be better. That's such a blessing. So I can imagine, you know what I mean? Like Nelly's in, the sweet, like that's mine. That you see that queen on the diamond, that's mine. My diamond that's on the diamond, that's my diamond. You understand? So then, faux fur jacket, everybody. It wasn't real fur, okay? So Nelly was serious about the Dodgers purchase. He was like, all right, I'll take it off. Psych. Listen, like I said, I'm a Razorback fan. Woo, pig, sue it, Razorback. So I feel Nelly on that. But then, the Yankees won 11-4. And they had the score on the bottom left-hand corner. And it's just like, Nelly's going, when Nelly wants to rewatch that, he's going to have to see that every time. Like, damn. And, Nelly's like, they won because my wife was the good luck charm. So congratulations. Being so a loser. Not loser, but loser. Okay. But then again, I would have done the same thing. Like, you know what? I'll let y'all win this time because my fine wife was the good luck charm. Okay, I'll be that gracious. Listen, me and Nelly, we like this when it comes to rivalries and stuff. I understand. I feel them and I receive them. So then they're getting the bus packed because, like I said, after that performance, they are getting on a bus down to Atlanta. It's going to take 14 hours. To get from New York to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Like, whenever I go home to Arkansas, I am the first person to fall asleep. I'm like, and I said this to my parents, right? I said, if I can fall asleep in the back of a car with somebody, that means I trust you. If I gotta stay up, that means I don't trust you. You know what I mean? So it takes some days, right, from Ohio to Arkansas. But then imagine New York to Atlanta. Oh my God, that's some time. That's some time for sure. But Anyway, so Nelly wants to put KK in a bucket. Ashanti is not here for it. Not here for it here, there, or anywhere, right? And I'm sure KK, he has his own sleeper crib on the bus, right? And so, Ashanti spanks Nelly. And Nelly says, if you were going to spank me, and Michelle's like, I'm right here. I am right here. What are we doing here? I am right here. And it's just, I'm sorry. I mean, listen, if my wife was Nzinga Amani, okay, if my wife was Candace Glover, if my wife was Melody Cherie Rogers, if my wife was Jill Scott, like, I'm sorry, Michelle, but like, we just doing what we doing, so you can leave. I'm so wrong. I am so wrong. I am so wrong. Listen, if my wife was Megan Thee Stallion, listen, you can go, okay? We about to do what we about to do, okay? Listen. And you better hope they ain't got no braids, because I'm like, let me just coil my hands real quick. Just okay, yep, they're geared for capacity, ready to ride. Oh my God, okay. Hey, Colton James Hodge, good to see you, good sir. Glad to have you here, my man. So anyway, after all that, Ashanti saw Nelly's costume for the party and looked like a good costume. So basically, every year there's a theme, right? So this year's cowboy, but the 2 years before that was the Motown Review. Then the year after that was G.I. Mo, right? So every Halloween party has a theme. And let me tell you, Ashanti was not here for the tour bus at first, because she's like, why would you be on a bus when you could just fly and be there in 2 days? But now she wants to do a bus more than fly, right, with KK, because a baby does, change your life. But also, too, she said the sleep is good. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. Nelly's tour bus looked very nice. I'm not saying her in front. Listen. Hey, Braylon Lee. Braylon motherfucking Lee, get your ass up. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Nelly and Sean, I was knocked out. What did you want me to do? I was knocked out asleep. But anyway, so Michelle, who is Ashanti's publicist, Nelly tries to get Michelle's old ass up in the bunk, and Michelle's like, this dude here is gonna be 50 in a couple of days, and they are both loud, and Ashanti's like, oh my God, the baby is asleep, please don't wake the baby up. And Nelly's like, KK, get up and show daddy. How is this working? Like, can we just be real? Like, I appreciate, Nelly's, goofiness, right? Because, if you have a relationship that's too serious, right, it can suck the energy out of you. But also, too, bro, it's like, why is Ashanti the mom of 2 children, like KK and Nelly? Nelly's the extra child. Like, he has extra child energy. But, listen, I like the funnerous, energy that's happening here, right? So they finally get to Atlanta. KK pooped. So he literally, was pooping. And so, KK had to be cleaned up and all that stuff. Nelly really loves his family. And his sister Jackie passed away. And his niece and nephew, he stepped up for them, which I have to give Nelly his credit, right? It's never easy when you lose somebody, but when you lose somebody to a natural cause or a medical situation like cancer or anything that for that nature of an event, it's difficult to figure out how to move on. So the fact that Nelly said this, I'm gonna adopt y'all and I got y'all, that's just good family training. So Nelly, I give you credit for that, brother. I give you credit for that. And I know what you're thinking, well, isn't that what people are supposed to do? Not everybody is good people. Okay, so we gotta celebrate the good that's in people while we have them. Okay. So Two Pops is Nelly's nickname. And I like that. He doesn't like being called grandpa or granddad. His name is Two Pops, right? So I thought that was cool. So early into their relationship, Ashanti met the kids, and between Nelly and his baby mama, there was not any tension or stack. That's what Ashanti said. And so Chanel was 12 years old when she met Ashanti, and according to Chanel, this wasn't like her stepmom, but like this is Ashanti. And now that all the kids are grown, it's a different type of dynamic. But Chanel is growing into the closeness that she has with Ashanti. And I really appreciate the fact that this was not, there was no sugarcoating this. Like, yes, Ashanti is back in my dad's life, but also too, this is new for me too. And she did, she wasn't shading Ashanti or anything. She was just honest about it. And Ashanti was also honest too. And for Ashanti being a new mom, to recognize that the kids, his grown kids, that's a new dynamic, and you don't want to step in and seem like you're doing too much, but you want to be a mother figure. That's what's up. She's taking her time with it, and honestly, if they call Ashanti mom, I don't think Ashanti's gonna be upset with it. Because it seems like Ashanti really does have that mother energy. And I bet you this, even before Ashanti had kids, I bet you anybody that Ashanti worked with, she had that mother energy of like, you okay? You need water? You need food? Like, I got you. So that's what's up. So then Nelly is talking about Black cowboys and the history of Black cowboys. That was one of the earliest jobs after slavery, and Beyonce, who is doing her thing with the Cowboy Carter tour, right, and making it do what it do. People don't really know the history, and they always say if you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. But also too, you can put it online and nobody will ever find it. So shout out to Nelly for wanting to remember that history, and also too, I'm proud that even in the midst of us being a confused nation, there are still people making a sound of importance of what needs to be heard, said, and distributed for us to know about. So shout out to everybody doing good in the neighborhood. So then Nelly can't fit into his pants. And, Ashanti, her boots are not booted, right? The calves aren't calving. Okay. But the thighs are fine, okay? Leave the thighs, leave the thighs, leave the thighs, in the words of Nelly. And, I love the fact that Ashanti seems like she has a nerd energy to her. And it seems like with Nelly and Ashanti, they could just be around each other and just say the dumbest ish. And it's a language that they get and nobody else gets. Like, that is like peak love goals right there. So then they're at the party, right? And it looks like it's a good time. Big Boy's there, Jermaine Dupri is there, T.I. is there, many legends are there, and they got bull riding, they got the DJ, they got drinks, and then the kids, Nelly and Ashanti, they all get a picture, and it looked like a really, really good time, for sure. Look, and let me tell you something. I've never really been to. I'm trying to think. I've been to birthday parties before, but like never with a theme like that. Now I recognize, Nelly and Ashanti, they got money, so they can go out for a theme, what I mean? But no, I really would like to go to a theme party like that. I feel like it will be a good time. I don't know why. I feel like if I went to Nelly and Ashanti's party, like I would ever get an invite. But hey, listen. Listen, 2025, you know what I mean? You just never know circumstances of what could happen. But if I went to their party, I feel like even though the cowgirl thing is, the vest and everything, I feel like I would be like in a suit in a cowboy style pattern with a hat, just make it do what it do, being Amar and Cowboy in that way. But that's just me, though. You know what I mean? But I would still come through smooth. I would definitely use something probably blue. Probably blue. But anyway. So then for the preview is Nellie's 50th birthday. And they got the Mirror Man. They got the Showgirls. It looked like it's a good time. It's all gold because 50th is gold, right? And Nellie wants himself moved around on the bus. It's just like, bruh, the baby is here. Okay, like, sorry, not sorry. Like, it is what it is, bro. You've been through this before. And apparently Nellie was drunk at his party, right? And Anderson .Paak is there. And, you know, he says that he's performing, but then catches himself and says no. But Ashanti has some surprises in store for Nellie. So, oh, man. It was a good episode. It was a very, 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 very good episode. Like I said, I really am loving the show. Like I said, we'll do episode 4, I believe on Sunday. So y'all seem to like the Friday, Sunday combination. And then, of course, y'all know Sunday is Roa's the first part of the 3-part reunion for Roa. And, of course, you know, Monday we'll be reviewing Roa live right here on the channel. So, but yeah, very good episode of Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together. So yes, indeed. By the way, shout out to y'all. First episode after show 1,100 views, and then the second one it's got 600 views. So thank y'all for that so much. Like I said, whenever it comes to these shows, I just try to stick to the show for what the show is and find the vitality of what needs to matter. Give some context, conjecture, connection to it. Bring some pop culture references, but most of all, just have a good time with it. And I don't feel stressed from the show. I don't feel a weight of just ick from the show. But most of all, I actually look forward to like watching the show, right? And I usually don't watch the show until the day of that I'm reviewing it because I want to actually give my authentic take with all of you. Like, I take my notes, but I don't formulate what I'm going to say until I'm live with all of you because I want y'all to get a full authentic experience. So very, 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 very good. So we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back more on Braylon's Virtual Tour live right after this. We are live on tour, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Rolling.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and mirrors commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
I'm loving it. Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. By the way, shout out to the 9 people that were here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. 8 people were here. 7 people here now. Glad to have all you in the build. We just got done talking about Nelly and Ashanti. We Belong Together, Season 1, Episode 3. This little game we play. Good episode. Of course, Ashanti throwing it down at the World Series, of course. Being the princess of R&B that she is. And, you know, Nelly at 50 with a kid, man. I didn't see that coming. But, you know, I mean, hey, listen. As long as life is being celebrated for the good, why not? I like the fact that we won't get to see, you know, an actual complete life with a celebrity, because sometimes you'll tune into these shows and it's just like, okay, well, you know, you put yourself on TV, so we're not expected to see every single thing, but we do expect to see a reflection of our life. You know, I mean, of course, you know, you and me are not, you know, going to World Series and, you know, going to big theme parties and, you know, going, you know, to sing for Motown and stuff like that. But we are, you know, wanting to see, like, hey, you get along with your mom and dad? Do you have issues with your family members? What issues come up in a couple's relationship? You know, we're looking for normalcy in the midst of celebrity, which is a lot to ask for, but, you know, listen, yes, indeed, there. So very, 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 very good. Yes, indeed. Hopefully you guys is Friday is going well for you, because I gotta tell you something. For me, I'm on this end.
Time is slipping away from me. Yeah. Time is slipping away from me. Yeah. Time.
As the fireworks are going off behind us there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now that's nice. That is very, very nice. Very, very nice. That's cool. That's cool. That's the first time I actually done that completely, where you guys have seen, you know, Cinderella Castle at night like that. So very, very cool. All right. But yeah, we are just chillaxing. Glad to have all you here. I think this will be the last show for me this evening. Of course, y'all know Saturdays I will be off. Ready to Love will not be coming back until August 1st. Child, August 1st. August 1st. Okay. Which doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's just because literally you took a break in the middle of your 10th season, and now we gotta get to know all these people all over again. It's just like, no. Like, hopefully the season's good, but it's just like, oh my Lord. Christ. So yes, indeed. But yes, indeed, we are just chillaxing. God, I'm hoping something changes here soon. Like, it's... sometimes I get really tired, I, like I said, I have all my bills paid, praise be unto God and all that, but you want to be able to have at least a little bit extra, right, for yourself. And it's just like, no. You always got to make $1 out of 15 cents. It gets tiring after a while. It really, really does, y'all. So. It's difficult to hold on to faith sometimes, y'all. It really is. Especially when it's like you're doing everything right. You're producing your content. You're giving your best energy to your audience. And you're not asking for the war. You're just asking, like, for a decent shot to, like, level up, right? But, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed it is. So. But yeah, we are just chillaxing, y'all. Glad to have y'all here. By the way, if you missed this morning's show, please go back and watch it. This morning we talked about, let me see. We talked about Shannon Sharp. Yes, we did. We talked about P. Diddy, Charles and Angela Oakley, Nicki Minaj, Don Lemon, Kai Cenat, and Chris Brown. So we talked about all that this morning. And then before that, we talked about Bon Prescotta's second amended complaint. Then we talked about the Derek Dixon How to Report article. Then we talked about Virgin, season 1, episode 2, First Base after show. Then before that, we did 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, season 1, episode 7 after show. Then before that, we did season 1, episode 1 of Virgin's Strikeout. Then, of course, the new docuseries Hard Hustle Houston, which is premiering Saturday, August 2nd at 9/8 Central, only here. Hashtag on Keep It Real. So you got plenty of content to catch up on, okay? Yes, indeed. And by the way, if you want to catch up on Nelly and Ashanti, I got episode 1 after show and episode 2 after show already done for y'all. So you got plenty of content to catch up on. So, yes, indeed, there. Excuse me. Sorry. Hey, 5 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. If you guys got any questions about Nelly and Ashanti, please let me know in the live chat. Have you been watching the series? What do you think about it? And let's talk. I'm right here with y'all, just chillaxing. Yes, indeed, here. Yep, it is 88 degrees right now. Partly sunny outside. Yeah, it's a bit hot. So. Speaking of hot, I would like to cool off with some tequila. You know who else got tequila? This person right here. We'll take another commercial break and we'll be back. More Braylon's Virtual Tour Live right after this.
Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where shot, never run short. C-H-I-C-A-S, 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 C-H-I-C-A-S. Chicas divertidas.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. The one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
I'm loving it. I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. We are live on tour. 2 people in the building with me. Thank you all so much for being here. Glad to have y'all here. 7 people now. Thank you all so much. We just been chilling, talking about Nelly and Ashanti We Belong Together, Season 1, Episode 3, this little game we play. If you want to see it, it is available on Peacock and also other sources as well. So, but yeah, I really like this episode. Like I said, I do see the dynamic between Nelly and Ashanti, right? And here's the thing, right? We talked about this early this morning with Charles, with what he said about being drugged before being, getting married to Angela. Nelly and Charles got to understand that when you say something, people tend to believe it. So you got to be careful what you say, right? Because we had a commenter on our last live when we reviewed episode 2 of the show that Nelly just said that to add some spice to the show. It's just like, you're Nelly and Ashanti. What other spice do you need for this show to be good, right? But listen, I think the last time Nelly had a reality show was like Nellyville, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So yes, indeed, there. Man. So yeah. Lord. Good Lord. That lets you know how tired your man is. But it's all good though. It's been a very good week when it comes to content and stuff. Like I said, broke out a whole new show from the Oprah Winfrey Network before anybody else on YouTube did. Even before the Oprah Winfrey Network did. That was huge. That's the second time that I did that with the Oprah Winfrey Network. If I do that for a third time, then ding, 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 we got a winner. But no, I take my wins where I can, right? I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he was saying he was really proud of me because I do celebrate all my wins. And you got to recognize, if you don't celebrate the wins that you have achieved, how will God or whoever you believe in be able to make room, space, and an investment in you for the wins that you deserve, right? So I'm a big believer in that. So if you really want to be able to win in life, you gotta celebrate the wins that are happening to you. And believe me, it's easier said than done. Believe me, it's easier said than done. Because I'm just like, sometimes I look at the world, I'm just like, is this what we're doing? Sincerely, is this what we're doing? Okay. All right. So, and it is hard to be I'll say this. It's not hard to be a cheerleader for people who deserve it, right? It's not hard at all to be a cheerleader for people who deserve it. It is hard to be a cheerleader for other people who are just acting reckless, feckless, and just tattered in their behavior, and they keep getting elevated. And slow and steady wins the race. And as I'm speaking to y'all, I'm speaking to myself too. Because I feel like, and I think Nelly and Ashanti probably went through this, there was a point in time where it's like, damn, is it ever going to happen? And one of my mentors, Mark Wazinski, he said, overnight success takes about 10 years. And I never really understood what that meant, but basically it took every year, to use Franklin Saint's words, brick by brick, you understand, to build up that mansion. And what I've come to recognize is you are further along now than when you started. And I am sure that if you ask Nelly and Ashanti, would they ever have thought to get to where they are in their careers, they probably would both tell you no. No. Because at the beginning of the day, like, who would ever think that they would be Nelly and Ashanti, these legends, right? Whoever thought that Ashanti would be a mom or that Nelly would be a dad again, right? So recognize that even at this level, that's all surprised we are. Because audiences today are not the audiences of the 90s. Audiences of the 90s, television, radio, newspaper, the internet, the beginning of the internet, when they found somebody, they honed in on them. But now with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Clubhouse, any other platform, audiences are very fragmented. And so to hold an audience for like over 20 years, they're a success to me, right? But yeah, so. Just believe me, there are days where, you know, I'm at my place here, and I'm just like, you know, every time I look at my phone, it's just like, you know, it would be nice, like, to get an email, you know, saying, okay, we want to interview with you. And for the last couple of years, I've been saying it would be nice to get like a interview offer on my birthday. You know, will it happen? That I don't know, but it would be nice to get that. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. So 47 minutes here. Yes, indeed. 47 minutes and 33 seconds. That's the fireworks are going off behind us there. Yes, indeed. Glad to have all you here in the building. 4 people. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. We're just chillaxing. Try to give y'all a full hour before I cut off my camera here. So yes, indeed. There. So yeah. You know what sounds real good? Some chicken. Like this.
Have you tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich made with our buttermilk crispy chicken and our delicious toasted brioche buns with spicy or classic mayo? If you haven't, try it today for just $3.99.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Have you tried the Popeyes?
I love our show so damn much, man. I really, really do. And honestly, tell you the truth, like, it was funny. I remember there was a content creator, and you know, they got themselves together now. But I remember they were saying, like, how did you do that? I'm just like, I just find commercials and I'm able to just plug them in. So when you're watching the show, it looks like they're endorsing me, but it's not really an endorsement, y'all. It's just, you know, I'm a big believer if you have a dream, then you gotta be about your dream. So being able to know how to, you know, have a intro, for example, right? So when y'all see this with this, or when you guys see this, along with this, just recognize that that's just me manifesting, right? Now, of course, this is not a Tubi original show. This is not a Peacock original show, but every time that y'all see that, right, it is letting the platforms out there know, like, hey, this can be an original show, right? And I'm a big believer in the power of manifestation. Like, at this point, y'all, we're just chilling. It's just you and me, right? So we're just talking. A lot of times in life, the reason why we don't get to where we want to be is because we don't put ourselves out there. And, you know, you got to recognize, it might just be you, but there's a lot of power within you, right? So whenever y'all see, for example, this logo, and it's not on Netflix, but it could be. So anytime that you are doing anything, you know, especially live on YouTube, I mean, like I said, cooking, you know, alcohol, arts and crafts, put in a commercial from Michael's, put in a commercial from one of your favorite drinking brands, right? Put your manifestation into your content. If you do that, like I said, for example, for the longest time, we played Caesar's Palace. So that way, in case Caesar Palace ever, you know, got onto, you know, this channel, was like, you play Caesar's Palace a lot. Like, do you want to do a residency? Yes, Braylon's virtual tour, the residency from, you know, the forum, from the, not the forum, what is it called? The Coliseum, that's what it is, the Coliseum. Oh my God, that would be amazing. And then I would live at Caesar's Palace, like, very easy. You know, anything is possible nowadays. I don't think there's been a content creator yet to do like a Vegas residency yet. I do believe that Kempire will probably do it first because he's been doing the Kempire After Dark series and he's been doing such a good damn job on that. Really has. So, and speaking of Caesar's Palace, here is that commercial here. Roll it.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence. Excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets, on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
So you see how manifestation can be powerful, because every time before I would come on, when Caesar said, "I'm Caesar, I approve this palace," it's like Caesar is approving our show. A little reverse psychology. Yes, indeed, there. So, like I said, I hope that inspires you guys. We're almost there to a full-fledged hour. Then we'll chill out here for a little bit. I'll give y'all the daily motivator, and then we will head on out here. But a good week of content for sure. Of course, next week, all new content coming your way, because in the words of Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time for the one more time.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
There it is. Oh, shout out to Anonymous T. I love that sister so much. I felt like if we ever hanged out, we would have a good time together. A very good kiki, haha, and just fun. Just fun. I mean, to hear her no in real time would be funny. Like if I'm like, listen, let me get one more margarita. No. Yes, indeed. The fireworks, ladies and gentlemen, are going off behind us here. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, a lot going on in the world for sure. Theme park news, I've been staying up to date with it. Destination D23 will be coming up for Walt Disney World here in just a little bit. So, of course, any news from that, I will definitely let you guys know about that. And I love we're able to add theme park stuff into this show. And that's the cool thing about, this show here is that we can do just about anything we want to. We're not boxed in. I remember when I first started on YouTube, I'm just like, okay, damn, well, what am I going to do? So I got in through this one show, child. And, oh my God, spoiled lemons. Molded, mildew, everything in between. But then as I moved away from that spoiled lemon factory, I was like, well, damn, I'm just going to do what I normally do with Ray on TV. And I'm curious about this and that, the third. And, now we're chilling. You know what I mean? So anytime I see this intro come up, I'm just like, oh, it's going to be a good time. And believe me, there are times where I feel tired at the end of my day. Especially when I get off of work on Tuesdays, when I come in the house, I'm just like, oh my God, I ain't got the energy. And then when I do that Epic Universe commercial, and then you guys see the 2B and the logo and the peacock and the logo, it's like, okay, now we're here. So yeah, so all good stuff there. Almost there to a full-fledged hour here, and then we'll chill out for a little bit, and there you go. So by the way, I watched the season premiere of Big Brother. Y'all, that looks like it's going to be a very good season. Okay, very, very, very good season. Like I said, 27 seasons. Like, congratulations. I mean, I listen, I don't know if Braylon's virtual tour can do 27 seasons. That'll be a long time, right? Because, like I said, you know, going to different virtual destinations, talk about what you guys are traveling to. It's a fun time. Also, too, I would like to do a daytime talk show. I would like to host a game show. I like to be able to love up on my wife and kids. So, you know, 6 to 8 p.m., that's, you know, downtime usually. But when you're single and you're mingling, and you're hustling, you know, hey, 6 to 8 is open. You know what I mean? So, and it's crazy because I've done pretty much every time slot you can think of, like A.3K, BF. I did, like, you know, morning time. Also KJB, 10:50 a.m. KJB, and I did that. What was it? KMBT AM 570 at Metropolitan Career Technical Center did mornings. Then Black Squirrel Radio, I did 2 to 4 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I believe. And then now I'm doing, you know, 6 to 8 p.m. You know, well, most of the time I do, you know, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on YouTube. So I've done every time slot, which is crazy to think about. So yes, indeed, almost there. We got 1 more minute to go until the 1 hour mark, and then we'll just be chillaxing. So yes, indeed, there. Yes, indeed. I don't know why, but I feel like something else is going to pop off tonight. I don't know why. I just got a feeling, you know. But I could be wrong too, though. You know what I mean? So I truly feel like anytime that all of us are resting and there's something that pops off, it's like a ricocheting effect. Sincerely, it happens all the time. More than we like to give it credit for, you know. So that is the nature of the beast. Yes, indeed. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Almost there to the 1 hour mark in about 10 seconds there. In the hashtag 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! It's been 1 full hour on Turn Up by Karen X. We done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. Like I said, I try to give y'all a full hour before I cut off my camera. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but I'm a big believer in, you know, if people, you know, come to see you, give them your best. You know what I mean? And man, I don't believe you should just do a show for 15 minutes, drop a link, and then have your panel do the work for you. That's just lazy. Just lazy. Unless, like, this is what you do, you know what I mean? And you got that big of an audience, and, you know, people do want to hear from your panel, but, like, also, too, like, that's your channel, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, so. But yes, indeed. We are just chillaxing now. So yeah, we'll stay here for about what? 1 hour and 5 minutes, probably. Like I said, then we'll get y'all the Daily Motivator and then head out. like I said, if y'all guys got any questions about the show, you know, Nelly and Ashanti, please let me know in the live chat. Would love to hear from you. Yes, indeed. Y'all believe we're halfway through the year? It is crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. So yes, indeed. Thank you, two people. Appreciate y'all for being here. We're just chillaxing. Feel free to talk in the live chat. Glad to have all you here. Hey, 4 people, welcome in. Just chillaxing. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Let me get y'all the daily motivator. Then we'll head on out of here. But another good show. Like I said, hopefully something that I said inspired you today, uplifted you, gave you some peace for sure. Let's get to that daily motivator. Yes, indeed. Have I done over 1,000 motivators? I think I have. Well, it may not have been 1,000. We've done over 1,000 live streams, but I definitely know I've done a lot of motivators for sure. So, okay, that's okay. This here, okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Action may not always bring happiness, but there's no happiness without action. Benjamin That's Raleigh. Thank you very much for that. Very well said. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, July 11th, 2025. Impossible to dissuade. How do you avoid being distracted from purposeful activity? Set your sights on an objective that is more compelling than any distraction. The momentary pleasure promised by distraction can be highly enticing, yet you are capable of actions that will produce far more enduring richness. Before the thought of any particular distraction pops into your awareness, be prepared. Obliterate that distraction, that distracting thought, rather, with your own vision of all that you can achieve by staying focused. Distractions can appear inevitable and can feel like they're controlling you, but that's almost never the case. You're able to decide where your attention is pointed. So be diligent about pointing that attention toward what matters, toward what benefits your life and your world. Remind yourself of how much of a difference your thoughts and actions can make, and resolve to use them purposely. Richness and fulfillment can come from focus and directed effort, regardless of what all those alluring distractions might seem to offer. Be clear about where you intend to go and make it possible for anything to dissuade you from your path. Ralph Morrison. Impossible to dissuade. Wow. Well, I will say this, taking a distraction in your life is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a distraction that can inspire a new idea, right? I think what Ralph Morrison is saying here is do not let distractions consume you. And I fully agree with that. Anytime that we have done anything on this channel, it has always been for a purpose, right? Sometimes we just have fun just to have fun. There's been deep dive lives that I know aren't going to get a huge audience, but I have fun doing it. And I'll put it like this. If you get a distraction, right, when it comes to your purpose, make sure that distraction can help your purpose, right? It's like, for example, if I see something, from a content creator, I will literally, say, oh my God, this content creator inspired me. I'm going to do a live on it, right? That was a distraction from this channel, just looking, right? And that inspired a great live. But sometimes a distraction can be, you're so consumed in your work that you are avoiding conversations and hanging out with people, this, that, and the third. And I'm not saying that you don't need to get outside, because it's important to be outside. But also, don't be so consumed in work that you forget that it's okay to live too. You know what I mean? So, and believe me, it's easier said than done, because the world that we live in today, especially if you're applying for jobs and this, that, and the third, but believe me, I feel you in everything that you're going through. So that's the first thing I'll say, is that distractions can be tools, right? That's the first thing I would definitely say to you all. The second thing I will say to you is this. So be diligent about pointing that attention toward what matters, toward what benefits your life and your world. Sometimes you have to take a step in order for a step to happen for you. I know that sounds redundant, right? Of course we got to take a step. No, you're not getting what I'm saying. That idea you've been sitting on for a while, you might need to make the logo on it, right? You might need to go to that place that you used to go to just to see if it changed, right? And maybe you need to go back through your thinking of, well, why am I feeling this way? Especially if it's been years since you thought about that idea. Maybe you might need to go back and rethink it. So, like I said, let that distraction guide you to something good. So sometimes revisiting something can be for the good, if it leads to something good, okay? That's the second thing I'll tell you. And then finally, be clear about where you intend to go. I remember saying to you guys that I want to be able to work on my platform full time, not the vehicle. Because if you're focused on working on the vehicle full time, then the platform, then you will fall down a robber, right? Because YouTube can go away tomorrow. It's not going to, because hello, it's been crowned the king of all media, all new media by Monet Natherson. I think it's estimated at what, $560 billion, okay, with a capital B. So it's not going to go away anytime soon. But what if it did, right? Are you going to give up on everything you built because the vehicle's not there? Or are you going to believe in yourself enough to continue work the platform? Remember, if the platform is good, you'll be able to drive in any vehicle to make the platform what it is. So just wanted to say those things to you there. I hope that Daily Motivator inspired you. And with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always born a blessing. Trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing, call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll be great together. And always remember where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or listen, you're recognizing that while it may be scary to know what the other side of the unknown is like, there can be glimpses of the possible through television or streaming. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, just know that you are loved. I know this world right now is crazy. I just saw not too long ago that one of the biggest cell phone companies in the world, T-Mobile, is ending their DEI initiatives. And I know that for us, that can seem very disheartening, very terrifying, very scary. But I want you to know this, though. While they may try to take us out from advancing, that doesn't mean we are out of advancing ourselves for ourselves, right? So just know that you're loved, know that opportunities are out here, and know that we're still here as a people. And that's something to celebrate. And so if you want to take us down socially, you got a lot of work to do. Because there's more of us than there is of your hate. That being said, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings not only for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love and I send it right back to you. Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery. New wonders in the wizarding world. And a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.